topics and opinions expressed on the following show are solely those of the hosts and their guests and not those of W4WN Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4WN Radio, its employees, or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4WN Radio.
Welcome to my radio and TV show, Debi Changes Lives. I'm Debi, your certified holistic health coach. I revitalize people's lives by helping them identify the root causes of their health and mindset issues and create a custom natural holistic strategy to address them in the areas of mind, body, and soul. As a health coach, I'm not allowed to say that I heal, treat, cure, prevent, or diagnose any diseases. I can certainly make your body more efficient by reducing symptoms. You'll feel better, be more productive, and enjoy life more. Not many people have released 70 pounds, had a health and mindset transformation, and kept fit and trim for over a decade. I have, and I have staying power. And it's been over 12 years. I even became a half marathon runner at the age of 51 when I never ran from childhood to adulthood due to foot pain. And I've done 8 half marathons so far. Mindset is a key to lasting change. As a certified holistic health coach, I do revitalize people's lives in many different areas of health and mindset. I guide them to clean, toxic-free foods and high-quality essential nutrients. My coaching is for optimizing your health, releasing weight efficiently when needed, and enhancing your mindset. With my clients, I help them recognize that their thoughts, feelings, and emotions drive their actions and results. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. That's why it's crucial to have a positive mindset in life. It's also imperative to manage your emotions, such as fear, frustration, and doubt, because all they're going to do is slow you down physically, mentally, and emotionally, and even stop you and spiritually. Like a hot air balloon that has balances, I help my clients release their emotional balances and baggage so they can uplift to a better, happier, healthier life. In turn, they are releasing their stress and reshaping their core beliefs and getting healthier. You'll see and feel the differences with my coaching programs. Ask me about them. Set up a complimentary consultation at Debi Changes Lives. That's DebiChangesLives, as in Victory, ES.com/Linktree, LINKTREE. And I'll guide you to that better, healthier life with custom national solutions unique to you in the areas of mind, body, and soul. Now, I have found that getting the best results is when I work with my clients as a mind-body coach, because I am looking at the whole person. As a certified holistic health coach, I do support people across all areas of health and mindset and life. So that is the whole life. And recently I've noticed a significant trend since the pandemic of people that are incredibly stressed and struggling to stay afloat, often at the expense of their health and well-being. Now, today, because we're in February, the month of love, I am focusing on self-love. So my topic is awareness awakening, decoding your body signals for self-love. And I have a previous episode about 2 years ago, Debi's deep dive, embracing caring for the whole you in a journey for your holistic self-love. Now, you can either scan this QR code or you can go to bit.ly/holistic with a W, capital W, self-care show. And all the words are with capital letters. And in this show, I'm going beyond that because I'm going to be concentrating on you being more aware physically, mentally, and emotionally, and know what to do. So as we start off with physical awareness, I want to let you know that we always get caught up with the hustle of our daily routine, and we treat our bodies like machines. it becomes very automatic. We kind of ignore those set of signals, the tightness of muscles, body pain, and fatigue until it becomes too loud to ignore. Your body is constantly communicating to you. It's not just inconveniences, they are messaging you. And think about the simple physical symptoms that you feel every day. Maybe your shoulders are up by your ears. Possibly you have a nagging headache, or you have an achy back that's so tight and painful. These indicators, which are signals that your body is telling you, is that you are stressed and overwhelmed. And it's time to listen to that signal and stop and take care of yourself. Otherwise, you may run into a more serious health condition. Now, listen to your body. It's important that you really want to take your health back, that you learn to the language of your body. So let's talk about how paying attention to your symptoms is important and how you listen to the language of your body. What are the signals telling you? Are these messages signaling that you need something before you break down? Most possibly they are. And what you need to do is tune into your physical pain. What is the physical discomfort that you're having? Ask yourself some questions. What were you doing previously? Did you do a hard workout? Or did you simply were in front of a computer all day long, sitting at your desk for hours? Ding dong, your body is telling you what you need to do is get up and move around. And you can march in place because you're actually moving your body when you do that. You can roll your shoulders. You can go for a walk. And going for a walk is so fantastic because you're going to be out in the sunlight, enjoying the fresh air. It's going to relieve tension. It's going to uplift your mood. And if it's a hard workout, you may want to massage your muscles. And possibly, you may want to use some turbo cream. Now, I make this turbo cream. It is a dynamic blend of essential oils and herbals. And because of my broken foot and everything I do for my running, I add a variety of them. So one is, for muscles, another one's for ligament and tendons, and another one could be for bone and joints. So ask me about them. Now, another thing you want to do is, think about a simple vagus nerve reset. Now, believe it or not, yawning helps you release tension, especially in your jaw. You think, wow, doesn't it hurt to yawn? Not necessarily, because you're activating your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode. And it is a great relaxation response. It's relaxing your stress and releasing the tension. And it stimulates the vagus nerve to help regulate your heart rate, lower your blood pressure. And amazingly, when you open your mouth, you're letting cool air in your mouth, and it increases blood flow to help reset mental state. And there's a lot of other different things that you can do to understand your tension. And I will cover that later. Let me have a little drink here. So now you need to understand fatigue. And so let's talk about fatigue. Women are notorious for multitasking. Actually, we're pretty darn good at it. But it's not good for us. When your brain is overtaxed doing different tasks, it can cause mental fatigue. Human brains are generally not wired to handle multiple complex tasks simultaneously, and it leads to attention residue. You can have a cognitive overload that can lead to cognitive decline. Believe it or not, it can lower your IQ by 15%. Also, mental exhaustion leads to brain fog, irritability, forgetfulness, and increased stress. Have you ever snapped before? Well, you're multitasking most likely. Now, this mental decline, mental drain, irritability, and forgetfulness is signaling you to take a step back, take a deep breath, and figure out what is the most important task that has the most priority to do at that moment instead of multitasking. Now, fatigue is not only mental fatigue, it can also be physical fatigue. Look at this lady in this picture. Are you getting tired around 2 to 4 p.m. and you feel like you need to snack? There's a reason for this. Your mitochondria is going ding, 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 ding. It's signaling for some help. The cells, your cells have mitochondria, and it has a powerhouse, ATP, that's part of your cell. It actually is the thing that generates the energy in your cell. And at these times, these structures are sluggish, they're overwhelmed, and the energy production drops, leading to a mid-afternoon crashes. Now, your brain may switch off because your mitochondria is signaling need to rest and essentially switching to a lower energy mode. Like you have to do in the summertime. You have to be in low energy mode because otherwise you're going to be overtaxing the energy system. Anyways, this feeling can accumulate and become making you less effective throughout the day as you consume energy, causing a drop in ATP production, during that period of 2 to 4 p.m. The symptoms of the mitochondria, of course, it's going to be struggling. And so you're going to have brain fog, extreme fatigue, and you're going to have to decrease alertness. Now, how do you combat this? There's some things to consider. Now, for me, I prefer to make sure that I take some plant-derived minerals in the afternoon because it does give me some natural energy. I also drink hydrogen water. But another great thing that you can do is that you can eat protein-rich meals that'll help stabilize your energy, keep you full, and it helps you maintain muscle mass. Plus, when you have enough protein in your diet and enough muscle mass, you're going to be burning calories better. What you want to avoid is that heavy, sugary, high-carb lunches that causes sugar crashes. So for me, I actually make a salad, as you saw in the other picture. And I have protein on there, as well as I have goat cheese. And I season it up differently every time. So it's always a variety. But I never eat a lunch of pasta or anything like that, because that's going to make me crash. Now, another thing that you're given a lunch break is not only to eat lunch, but also to move your body. Light exercises or walking increases blood flow and oxygen, which helps your mitochondria to function efficiently. Also, what's really important is getting enough high quality sleep to prevent that sleep debt from making the afternoon slump even worse. Make sure that you sync with your circadian rhythm in the morning with your favorite beverage and enjoy those beautiful colors of the sunrise. And also, you want to make sure that you pay attention to when the sun sets so that you can wind down and close your day. Now, as I said, there's a previous episode where I talk about electronic detox, and I'll talk about it a little bit soon. Also, you need to be hydrated. It's important to have, water that's clean and purified because it helps. Your cells need water. Clean out the bad stuff and circulate things around. And plus, it helps support cellular metabolism. And hydrogen water is known to activate your ATP and your mitochondria to give you more energy. And it's actually helped me with my endurance with my running. Now, as I mentioned before, I mentioned the plant-derived minerals. Micronutrients need to be a part of your routine. And my favorite product is actually the 90 Essential Nutrients in this Healthy Body Pack. It has 16 vitamins, 16 plant-derived minerals, which are colloidal minerals, 60 minerals, 12 amino acids, and 2 and 3 essential fatty acids. And the reason you need this supplementation is because our foods are depleted over 75% due to overfarming and lack of water supply coming to the fields because of dams that used to bring the mineral content. So our produce is nutritionally deficient. And when our produce is nutritionally deficient, that's why you need a supplement. It's kind of filling the holes that our foods leave open. Now, if you are nutrient deficient in vitamin D, as well as iron and magnesium, that can create an impact on the mitochondrial efficiency. And what's great about this product is that it has cofactors to make sure everything blends in together and works well together. They kind of work and make everything work a lot better. So it's 98% bioavailable, and it's tested that way. Now, it's really important, as we found out last week, is to not buy it on Amazon, because there's a lot of companies, I guess China does this a lot, but there's that kind of rip off and put other things in this product that's not exactly what this product is supposed to be. So always contact somebody like me, who's a certified holistic health coach, and get the right product that is genuine. And you can reach me at my complimentary consultation at debichangetheslives.com/linktree. Now, and you can learn more about various solutions for you that is unique for your needs as well. So that's why you want to use a coach. So learn more from me. Now, you can learn more about the mitochondria by reading my blog post. Is afternoon fatigue a mitochondrial signal? Ding, ding. Yes, it is. And my previous episode with Dr. Paul Berrettino, the founder of Echo Water, on metabolic balance and blood sugar. He goes into quite depth about the mitochondria and the ATP process. Now, you can either use those QR codes or you go to those links. One is bit.ly, which is bit.ly/ is afternoon fatigue mitochondrial signal. Well, I think I kind of told you it is. And also for the show, you would go to bit.ly metabolic and a balance and blood sugar. Now, whether you have a mid-afternoon ache or a wave of anxiety or a crash, these are not random accidents. They are messages, and they are languages of your body. Let's talk more about starting listening today, instead of waiting for something where you'll have some kind of breakdown where you are really tired and you're fatigued, okay? And one thing is somic awareness. Now, some people who are in tune to their bodies will scan their body for discomfort. And somic awareness is a practice where you're consciously paying attention to your internal bodily sensations, signals, and physical experiences in the present moment. And there's many ways of tuning into your sensations, like muscle tension, breathing techniques, holding your hand in your heart, finding what your heart rate is. Your heart is connected to your emotions. Your emotions can drive them. Improve regulation, and also you can process stress and trauma. A good example of it is yoga. Now, this is a mindful connection that focuses awareness on the internal states, like I said, and often is referred to listening to your body. Sensations are the signals about your emotional state as well as your needs, such as tensions indicating stress or a gut feeling giving you some insights. These awareness include body scans, mindful deep diaphragmatic breathing, and conscious movement. And there's several ways of doing this body scan. Now, yoga is a good way. So you can scan your body by doing deep diaphragmatic breathing while you meditate. So you'll do deep breathe in for, I would say, for a count of 4 or 5, like this. Through your nose, hold, and exhale. And you would do several sets. While you're doing this, you're scanning your body from head to toe to be aware of what's going on with your body. Right now, I have some tension in my head. It's making me aware I need to do something. And what I love doing for that is I personally do that deep breathing again. Hold. And I put my hand on the back of my neck, and I'll put my hand in different areas of my head while I'm breathing, and it's going to release tension. Matter of fact, one of my tendons must have popped because it feels like it released something. And if I have a headache, I can just put it on right here. And normally I spend more time doing it, but that's how that works for me. And it really releases tension in different parts of your body, including your back. Now, conscious movement. Now, personally, I'm a runner. I love running. And for me, it makes me feel so much better because I am paying attention internally of what's going on in my body. I'm paying attention to my breathing. When my breathing is too fast, I'll pause and breathe in and hold a little bit and release, maybe a couple times. And then I get back to my normal breathing pattern. And it is a form of summit movement because I am paying attention to my muscles. Sometimes on my longer runs, like 10-mile runs or half marathon, I might my T-band may be tight. So I kind of put my hand on it for a little while I'm running. And I breathe in and I exhale. And over time, that will release a little bit. I'm also paying attention to what else is being strained. And maybe my back is strained, so I would do something for that. But I also pay attention to my stride. Sometimes when I run, especially after I broke my foot, I take 2 short steps. So when I'm realizing I'm doing that, I just, gradually increase my stride. So I'm looking to improve my running performance. Now, another thing that I love that's more a somatic conscious movement is Tai Chi. It is fluid motion that involves all muscles. So you would breathe into it and move things over in a wave-like fashion. And of course, you can see in this picture, its whole body. I can't show you that in this little frame here. Anyways, you can pick what you want to make you more aware with sonic practices and also movement. Now, you need to be patient with yourself when you do any type of deep breathing meditation type activity because you're not used to it. Eventually, it will kick in and you'll feel so grateful that you did. And you'll find something that can work for you. Now, I'm going to take a little break and take something to drink. Now, earlier I did talk about mental awareness issues when it became regarding fatigue. It can create cloudy thinking, concentration problems, and truly, it can create a lot more feelings than that. I've mentioned how multitasking is an issue for that. I also mentioned how you can have physical fatigue from 2 to 4 p.m. as well. That'll create the mitochondrial slump. And there's other things that can create fatigue too. And these are that. So these days, we are interacting with so many electronic screens. It used to be just the TV set. Now it's our computer screens, it's our phones, it's our tablets, and we're actually on them a lot longer than you can possibly imagine. The electromagnetic field are exposing us and causing fatigue, headache, dizziness, insomnia, lack of concentration, and anxiety. And this exposure is not helping us. And there has been studies shown that the EMFs might affect our nervous system by potentially increasing oxidative stress. Well, we don't need that. Altering neurotransmitter levels. They cause neurodegeneration changes as well. You may have cognitive issues, headaches, sleep disturbances, and affects the gut microbiome. Don't we have enough oxidative stress in our life? We have foods that have toxins in them due to pesticides and may have been modified, and we won't even know really some of these things. Especially if you eat in a restaurant, you don't know what kind of foods people are giving you. And why create more anxiety for your gut? Because your gut will create, when we eat something unhealthy for you, it creates cloudy thinking. And all of this is affecting your gut-brain axis. think about it, okay? So, as I stated in this holistic love episode way back when, and this is just a short summary of it, everyone should do an electronic detox. So, at sunset, after you have dinner, at least 2 hours before you go to bed, you want to turn off all your electronics, your TV, your cell phones, your tablets, your computer screens, at least depart from them, not be in the same room from them. Because when you do that, you certainly will sleep better and fall asleep easier. Now, I personally do during this time is either read a book or I actually do some acupressure work. So, I put my hand on my shoulder. I might put my hand somewhere else, and I breathe into it with deep diaphragmatic breathing to help release the tension. If I have anything going on in my mind regarding the day, I may put pause on this and write down what I need to do for the next day and then go back to it. And all this is going to release your tension in your body and also release the mental chatter when you write things down. But other things you want to do to release that mental chatter even during the day, it's important to pay attention to what is happening, how many times it occurred, and also how to stop it, okay? And these are some ideas to consider. Now, as I always recommend, you take that deep diaphragmatic breath, especially if your thoughts are racing for some reason, because what it means is that you're in some kind of anxiety mode of some sort. So you take that deep diaphragmatic breath, hold, and release. And again, you are calming your sympathetic nervous system by activating the parasympathetic nervous system. It's slowing down your thoughts. And there's a lot of things you can do, but here are some things you can consider. Now, one thing that you consider is observe and don't engage. And what I mean by that is when you hear these thoughts, you don't pay attention to them. You acknowledge that they're there, okay? But you let them pass like a radio noise, like from a radio station. And don't get caught up in the content because, you can tune out of some news topics, can't you? And just let it fly away. And eventually it will detach and it will go away. Another thing you can do, 1 minute, is to pay attention to your immediate environment. I'm actually in my son's office right now. There's a whole bunch of rockets. But you can also look at a photograph of a fond memory that you have in your office. And remember the fond memory. Now, what you want to do is remember the emotions that you had. And as you're looking at that fond memory of what's going on, what kind of emotions do you have now? And you're going to pay attention that you're making this shift. Another thing you can do is to relax, hold on to, put your hand over your chest and your heart and breathe in. And pay attention to your heart rate. And breathe out. If it's a little fast, continue with the breathing in. Hold and exhale. And you'll notice that things are going to be fading away. It's going to be redirecting your mental chatter, and it'll actually be slowing down your mental chatter as well. And another thing you can do is distract yourself. Now, this is something that is really a great thing to do, because sometimes you just need to get up from a project because you can't think about what to do because you're stuck. You get up, you focus on something else. Now, I don't think someone that's my age or even a little bit younger is going to study for an exam, but you can get up and study for an exam. You could do a puzzle, or you could do your favorite hobby. I mean, some people are into Legos. Some people are into knitting. Whatever you want to do, You can do that. And that's going to break the cycle of this mental chatter because you're doing a redirection to another activity. And another shift is actually exercising. Exercising is a physical activity that will balance your brain chemicals. It will produce us endorphins and other happy hormones. And believe me, they do. It's a great way to stop those racing thoughts. And it doesn't have to be running, it could be Zumba or walking. Another thing you may want to do is journaling. Journaling is a powerful tool that'll make you aware that you're overthinking. Write down those thoughts. That way, your brain knows you're paying attention, just to get them out of your head and onto paper, and then walk away from it. you know, you may want to keep it for a little while so you are aware of what these thoughts are. And so when it comes up, you'll be aware again. My whole point is you can also burn it and let those thoughts burn up and never be part of your life again, okay? And release that mental chatter. And then another approach is actually changing your relationship with your thoughts. Now, these are a theory of Dr. Anu Pastel. And what she wants you to do is to approach them by changing your relationship with your thoughts. Now, your thoughts is represented by that little brain on this image in front of this lady. And what you're going to do is you're going to shift the role from a helpless listener of your thoughts to being an active observer of them. So changing your relationship means that you're realizing that your thoughts are an event because you became an observer that's only in your brain, not necessarily reality. Because a lot of those thoughts, people that have low self-worth, they think a lot of things that you can't possibly read people's minds. So why are you doing that? So just don't. They think that somebody that doesn't like them and things like that. Stop doing that, okay? And that's not reality. Another thing you can do with changing your relationship is distance self-talk. Now, in this particular instance, you're going to talk to yourself like your friend, like you're talking to your friend. So I'm going to use a different name. But you can say something like, what you want to do, and then you fill in the blank. And it could be whether you can look at this at a different perspective. Maybe you want to do a different hobby. Maybe you need to change what you think about something. And just apply this to Veronica and say, yes, I'm going to gain a different perspective and do something different. When you're doing this, you are distancing yourself from your own thoughts. And it will be more in the background. Another thing you can do, which I think is kind of a funny one, is postpone your thoughts to a worry time. Now, you tell your brain this is not the right time to worry, and you can be specific. Make it a 15-minute time slot to focus on your worries. And I wouldn't make it the very end of the day. You want to have some energy to deal with it, okay? If it does come back. What you're doing is you're consciously postponing these thoughts to a different time. And sometimes they won't come back. If these worries do come back, then you want to define and listen to your thoughts and define what are actionable cans and actionable cannots. Because a lot of things you can do, you can make a list of things to accomplish. Things you cannot do is the way somebody treats you. What you can do is not react to it or do something else or not be part of that situation. Those are the things you can do, okay? So do you think the things you can do are things you have more control of? Don't pay attention to the stuff that you don't. And while you're doing this, you're taking a deep breath, because you are slowing down your thoughts. You're taking your time and you're letting those thoughts float away in that 15-minute time slot. Now, another thing you can do is challenge and agree. So with those challenging, intrusive thoughts that you have, saying, okay, I get it, end a conversation. and move on. The conversation part of it is disarming your thought process. Now, with these mental awareness tools that I gave you, you have some ideas of what to pay attention to as messages, and you also have some ideas how to handle it. But this is only a tip of the iceberg. So, Rebel, do you have any other questions about what I've covered so far? I guess she doesn't. I just needed to drink some water.
I
Okay.
did. Sorry, my microphone just wasn't on. It's self-explanatory and very helpful. There's a lot of good tips you're giving out to people, and they should definitely try some of these.
Yeah, because not all of them are going to work for you, but some of them will. Some of you will tune into better, and maybe the others will work for you in the future. You never know. So you got to be open to it. And that's all I can say. Thank you, Rebel. So now with that little break that I had, we're going to be talking about emotion awareness. And with emotional awareness, emotions and stress affect your body more than you think. Stress can drive emotions as well as emotions can fuel stress. And I've been having a lot of talks about this lately, about how to handle it, how to be aware of it, and what it does to your body and what it does to your mental state. This is a dynamic that you need to recognize. They're like a dynamic duo you don't want to do. So emotions and stress exacerbate your health and mental issues more than you think. They create what I call an extra layer of inflammation, more stronger emotions or more different emotions kind of layer on top of each other. That is like noise in your body. It could be muscle tension. It could be high blood pressure. It could be emotional tension causing you to have a headache, or you're frustrated, it's causing you to be upset. They all wreak havoc on your body, and the havoc will also affect you emotionally and mentally. And what it's going to do, stress and emotions will trigger a hormone called cortisol that makes people crave unhealthy, sugary, salty snacks and processed foods, which creates a cascade of health issues, including a rise of insulin. So if you also have a blood sugar problem, it might be due to stress and your emotions. It also can create a problem with your thyroid being out of balance, either whether it's overactive or underactive. Think about it. The cortisol is doing a lot of stuff, isn't it? It can also create fatigue. It overtaxes your adrenals. Your adrenals are overtaxed when you wake up between 3 and 4 a.m. in the morning on several nights. That means your adrenals are fatigued. And it can also affect your hormones, making them out of balance. You'll have poor sleep, you'll gain weight, you have difficulty releasing weight. All these and some of these can lead to depression. So that's why I tell you, do something before you break yourself, either mentally or physically, okay? Now, emotions also fuel stress, like I said before. And in my introduction to my show, I always say it's always imperative to manage your low vibrational emotions, such as fear, frustration, and doubt, because emotions are the language of your body and they have energy, whether they're low or high. Now, when you're in these low vibrations, when you're doubtful, it's going to slow down your decision-making process, and possibly you will not respond quickly enough when you need to. You will be fearful. You may have anxiety that can lead to panic. Maybe you got frustrated and then it leads to anger because you got even more frustrated. And then you explode like a volcano and you didn't mean to erupt. But that does happen, doesn't it, sometimes? When things are just too many things layer up and it's like the needle that broke the camel's back, so to speak. All this will create cloudy thinking and you're reacting instead of being proactive. All these emotions will stress your body with more noise and of health conditions and also just noise of mental and emotional things going on. Now, you need to recognize why these emotions appear. You need to see the patterns, and it's crucial to stop the activation of additional stress, okay? Your emotions are signaling you to either something to remember that's happened in the past, so you know what to do, or maybe it's something new going on and you need to be careful, okay? And notate on it. So the first thing you do in any of these situations is what? Pause and take a deep, Titanic breath. So you take that big, huge breath, pause, and release slowly. And you may need to do a set of them and consider what is your body telling you and understand it. And once you start doing that deep breath or more, again, you're activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which is that rest and digest. You're digesting what's going on, right? You're becoming calmer. And possibly right now, you may want to journal what happened because, like I said before, it may make you more aware in the future of how to be more proactive. And it also is a way to release those emotions too. Now, emotional awareness also is tuning into yourself and possibly have a gut feeling. And this gut feeling is because of your gut brain axis. Now, your messages are sent via the vagus nerve, your brain to your gut to your brain. And tell you the truth, your heart's involved as well, because when you have really high emotions that are the low emotions like anger and frustration, your heart's going to beat really fast. And it's going to create a cascade of panic and everything else. So it's communicating your brain and back and so forth. So it's creating that little triangle. All these are messages are sent all over the place. And when messages are sent to your gut from your brain, it may be more alarming because it may be panic, it may be anxiety. You know, anxiety is going to be like butterflies in your stomach. Panic is going to be a little bit more extreme where you're having problems breathing. But your gut is sending in those information. The brain is sending in this information, and your heart's sending the information to your brain. And when you have an unhealthy gut, like I said, you don't eat healthy foods, it's going to create cloudy thinking for your brain. And but your gut can also give you a warning of what's not safe. Sometimes you have a really weird feeling in your stomach, and hair is actually standing up straight on your arm. Pause. Is the person that you're with? Is it the situation that you are in? It may be something that you just want to walk away from. And that's giving you, you're using your intuition to figure that out because possibly you're more intelligent than all these other things that are going on in your mind, heart, and gut, that your intuition knows this is not the right type of conversation for me. It's not my type of crowd. I'm going to move on. It's kind of like an uneasy feeling in your gut. That's what I'm trying to get at. So that gut feeling is going to tell you exactly what you need to do. So what you want to do is listen to your body. We're definitely in a fast-paced world. And it's easy to treat our bodies like machines. Our body is a living messenger. Okay? It will give you a sense of tightness, of stress, the afternoon mitochondria crash with fatigue. Every signal is a call to action. And what are you going to do about it? Don't ignore the emotional heaviness that you may feel, the weirdness in your gut, whether you are really scared of something. Sometimes when you're in a car accident, it can actually be very beneficial to bring up the adrenaline to help people out. But be aware of what's going on and what's weighing you down, your spirit. These frequencies tell you exactly what you need to do. And by tuning into what you can identify as noise or inflammation in your body, the muscle tension, headaches, backaches, restless nights, weight gain that you can't release. These are not random symptoms. Your body is signaling you that stress and emotions need to pay attention to. So, ding dong, pay attention to your body. Remember, your health is not the absence of illness, it's a presence of awareness. And listen to your body. Use this podcast to and maybe rewatch it and decode the unique language of your body and give it the care it's asking for. Before that whisper turns into a shout, remember your mind and gut and heart work in tandem, and you want to live a peaceful life. I'm your certified holistic health coach that focuses on mind, body, and soul. So contact me for some coaching, and I can point you in the right direction. Now, when it comes to health and mindset, remember, I help you with your revitalizing your health and mindset by helping you with your gut first and mindset. I can also help you with blood sugar, as well as hormones, brain and heart, hormone, bone and joint, and immunity. I help people from anxious up to athletes because I am guiding them to clean, toxic-free foods and high-quality essential nutrient products, as well as with those products are going to reduce symptoms. You're going to feel better, possibly release weight like I did. I release additional 20 pounds, and it's going to uplift your mood. With my mindset coaching, I am helping you recognize and release stress, emotions, and detaching those emotional attachments that you have. And I'm there while you're changing your core beliefs, your mindsets and being enhanced. With my health optimization and weight release, your body is more efficient. So that's a mind-body solution that makes your heart and soul sing. So ask me about my programs. Set up a complimentary consultation at Debi Changes Lives at DebiChangesLives, as in Victory, ES.com/Linktree, LINKTREE. And you're going to get to know me. I'm going to get to know you, and I'll guide you to optimal health. And it begins with 1 or 2 health assessments. The health evaluation is actually complimentary, where you rate your systems last 30 days in 4 categories of health. Some questions overlap in multiple categories. Answer them all, and you get a baseline score. I review it with you. When you move forward with my services, I'll create that custom natural history strategy, and we'll monitor your progress with reducing your systems on a monthly basis. I also have 2 different body Zyto scans, and I prefer to do the Zyto with ZeroLink because I can do it remotely and internationally. It's been sent to Australia and also South Africa. The ZeroLink is a transdermal optical imaging app that I send a link to your phone. You scan your face for 30 seconds. It's going directly into your skin to only seeing blood flow for components of energetic, functional, emotional, and different body systems and lifestyles. And it creates a wellness report, not diagnosis, with biomarkers out of range and products and services, but bring it back into range. And those emotions do affect your body systems. So, anger can affect your liver. I'll be reviewing it with you because it's quite intensive. The cost of the scan is $75. And when you move forward with a product or program, I give you a $25 discount. Now, ZeroLink is that transdermal optical imaging app, also known as TOI. You can look up its accuracy at PubMed.gov. That's PUBMED.gov. People are really amazed what the scan tells them about their body, and you be too. Curious, get the scan done or ask me questions at my consultation site. And at this site are my programs. Take Your Body Back is a 12-week weight release mindset coaching program where you're going to utilize a new version of you to drive you to your success. All coaching is done on Zoom, and the first one's always private to you because I'm a certified HIPAA health practitioner, and any evaluation is private. I go over those. I give you a choice between 3 programs, and 1 program is a natural approach to the GLP-1 without any injections. You choose one, I give you directions. I even give you instructions how to create that new version of you that will drive you with emotion and passion to achieve your health and weight transformational goals in a vision board. And you get instructions for that. The rest of the coaching Whether it's group or private is the same. We celebrating your wins. I'll be guiding you with your boards and getting you over your gaps with health and mindset tips. You'll be a new you. You can ask me more questions on my consultation site because it has changed. If you're doing it yourself for YFAST, it's an intermittent fasting program that gets your cells and body humming and turn busy your metabolism with rich, dense nutrition and high quality essential nutrients. And also a program of exercise and the recipes. Here you can ask me questions. If you need some coaching, there's a 2 or 4 week program that'll get you going. And if you need more coaching after that, that's up to you. You have to pay for it. Either way. And you can also use these smaller programs for mindset enhancement as well as health optimization. Truly, the larger program is more economical, but at least the smaller programs will give you an idea of how to create a custom program for you. I also have these offers here, new offers, which one is for women. It's called the Complete Women's Health System for women from 30 to 100 who are in the pause, perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. I'm personally in postmenopause, and that first product that's dark purple is a great probiotic that helps with the digestive issues that I have occasionally. And also, there's another product that helps a little bit with your hormones, and another product that helps you age gracefully. And then this is the GLP program, YGY 30-day system, where you have a liquid shot that you drink for 10 days called Elevate. And then the next 20 days, you would drink Activate. And for 30 days, they'll keep your GLP active. And then the next 30 days, you drink Regulate. They'll process your bowel movements and get rid of the toxins, which the other products don't do. You can ask me questions on my link tree. And I'm also still having Debi's coaching chat, which is a 30-minute complimentary consultation coaching session in an intimate group setting. It's not recorded. For the people that are viewing the show, you can see a list of topics. For the audience that is on radio, you need to email me. These meetings are on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. And you can go to DebiChangesLives.com/chats and you learn what my coaching is all about. Finally, learn more about alternative health services, programs, products, offers, upcoming shows, as well as articles and blogs. And you go to my newsletter to subscribe to it. So you go to DebiChangesLives.com, radio TV show / radio TV show. It's all lowercase. And I give you a gift, a 30-day health and mindset journal where you record your gratitude, feelings that you have, food, water, supplements, exercise, and even track your measurements. Then you review it on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. You become more aware of what's going on with you. It's a great health and mindset awareness tool. Now, I do have an offer for my audience today. It's 20% off of Take Your Body Back, that 12-week weight release mindset coaching program. Or there's a 4-week 30-minute coaching session, 1 a week, that you get 20% off. This promo ends on March 15th, 2026. You want to set up a complimentary consultation and mention Decode Your Body. Again, this is at Debi Changes Lives, Linktree. I am certain that you found this show educational, eye-opening, and enjoyed it. Reach out to me for my services, products, programs, and offers. And continue to enjoy my radio and TV show, Debi Changes Lives, on Thursdays at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, where your holistic journey begins.